Germination. The process of seed starting to grow. Sprouting. Conception. Incubation. Seed germination is a crucial process that depends on climatic conditions. Pollination. Move the pollen from one plant to another. Fertilization. Impregnation. Propagation. For a plant to produce seeds, pollination must occur between two flowers. Evolution. The gradual development of plants and animals. Progression. Growth. Development. Darwin's theories about evolution were denounced by many experts. Heredity. Passing on traits from parents to their offspring. Genetics. Ancestry. Inheritance. The moral characters of a person are formed not by heredity but by the environment. Sedimentary. Formed by or from deposits of sediment. Debris. Grounds. Alluvial. The deposits ultimately become forced under sedimentary weight into stone. Pseudo-science. A pretended or spurious science. Witchcraft. Wizardry. Black magic. Pseudoscience has been reaching into every walk of life and infecting every debate. Anthropology. The scientific study of humanity. Demography. Life science. Folklore. Archaeology and cultural anthropology possess similar goals but differ in their methods. Interplanetary. Existing or occurring between planets. Interstellar. Intergalactic. Celestial. Comets may one day become the fueling stations for interplanetary exploration. Predation. The act of killing and eating other animals. Preying. Rapacity. Predatory. The color pattern of many animals can protect them from predation. Framework. Basic structure underlying a system. Structure. Arrangement. Composition. The book provides a general framework for understanding ancient cultures. Preamble. A brief introductory statement. Preface. Opening. Beginning. The preamble of the novel briefly introduces the main features of the book. Acclimatization. Adaptation of an organism to a new environment. Adaptation. Adjustment. Habituation. The process of acclimatization caused high mortality rates for sensitive species. Empirical. Based on observation or experience. Practical. Experimental. Existential. This study presents a large mass of empirical evidence to support the model. Evaporation. Process of turning from a liquid into vapor. Vaporization. Dehydration. Dissipation. In hot climate regions, the high evaporation rate makes the soil completely dry. Archetype. Typical example of a certain person or thing. Prototype. Paradigm. Epitome. The archetype of the Chinese economy is well integrated into the global economy. Coping. Dealing successfully with difficult situations. Surviving. managing, dealing. Indeed, all children must develop coping and survival skills in early life. Instinct. Natural tendency to behave in a particular way. Intuition. Inclination. Tendency. His first instinct was to flee the murder scene so he wouldn't become a suspect. Mnemonics. Technique of improving or developing the memory. Reminders. Prompts. Indications. A simple mnemonic can be used for remembering how to complete the equation. Phobia. Intense and irrational fear of something. Dread. Obsession. Detestation. I have a real phobia about going to places where I don't know anyone. Stigma. A set of negative and often unfair beliefs. Infamy. Blemish. Disgrace. She never told anyone that she had AIDS. Her fear of the stigma was so strong. Olfactory. Concerned with the sense of smell. Odorous. Fragrant. Aromatic. Even though John is blind, he can find the kitchen using his olfactory receptors. Rehabilitation. Returning to a healthy or good way of life. Recovery. Healing. Improvement. This program is used only for humanitarian aid and emergency rehabilitation. Exotic. Interesting or exciting because of being unusual. Peculiar. Outlandish. Unusual. The animal was an exotic creature with long red hair and brilliant green eyes. Aggregation. A collection, or the gathering of things together. Accumulation. Assemblage. Collection. Women are more often found separate from the aggregation than men. Rigidity. The quality of being stiff, or fixed. Firmness. Robustness. Sturdiness. We must combine transparent guidelines and get away from the existing rigidity. Conquest. The act of taking control of a country. Defeat. Overthrow. Subjugation. After the Norman conquest, the castle became a royal hunting preserve. Persuasive. Enable to make other people believe. Convincing. Compelling. Eloquent. The writer prolonged his arguments in the book with a persuasive colloquialism. Chronology. The science of arranging time in periods. Timeline. Order of events. Record. This film highlights the chronology of the veteran political leader from his birth to death. Intimacy. The state of having a close relationship. Comradeship. Attachment. Affection. The borderline between friendship and intimacy is every so often hard to define. Legacy. The long-lasting impact of particular events. Endowment. Bequest. Inheritance. Future generations will be left with a legacy of pollution and contamination. Supreme. Highest in rank or authority. Foremost. Predominant. Greatest. The supreme happiness of our life is the conviction that we are loved by all. Ambivalent. Having contradictory ideas about something. Uncertain. Wavering. Indecisive. His wife loves the opera, however, he has ambivalent feelings about it. Velocity. Speed of something in a given direction. Speed. Swiftness. Movement. The Olympic runner's fast velocity has earned him a place in the record books. Vivid. Producing powerful feelings or images. Evocative. Graphic. Moving. Although my beloved parents are dead, they live on with me through vivid memories. Fossil record. The remnants of past life on Earth. Remains. Relic. Fossil footprint. The particular fossil record provides the oldest known evidence of life on Earth. Segmentation. Division into separate parts or sections. Separation. Dissection. Subdivision. The chapter begins by explaining market segmentation within the study of marketing. Epic. Heroic or grand in scale or character. Heroic. Grandiose. Monumental. With over 20 international artists performing, the concert is going to be epic. Identical. Similar in every detail. Equivalent. Corresponding. Alike. The identical twins always confuse their teachers and sometimes their parents. Theology. The study of God and religious belief. Belief. Ideology. Doctrine. To become a priest, The man studied theology at the seminary for years. Cognitive. Relating to the mental process. Mental. Perceptive. Psychological. Writing is a complex skill involving cognitive, linguistic, and perceptual abilities. Audacious. Willingness to take surprisingly bold risks. Intrepid. Dauntless. Daring. Although Mike is an audacious athlete, she does not participate in any dangerous sports. Milestone. A significant point in development. Achievement. Objective. Decisive point. The invention of the railway system was a milestone in the history of transportation. Linguistics. The scientific study of language and its structure. Etymology. Morphology. Phonology. Linguistics holds a diverse range of subjects, such as phonetics and figurative expressions. Acoustic. Relating to sound or the sense of hearing. Melody. Symphony. Harmony. Animals use a wide range of acoustic, visual, and chemical signals in communication. Autonomous. To govern itself, or control its affairs. Independent. Sovereign. Self-ruling. As children become old enough to talk, they seek autonomy to make their own choices. Subtle. Not obvious, and therefore difficult to notice. Delicate. Imperceptible. Undetectable. Students are asked to identify the subtle differences between two similar pictures. Dogma. A set of firm beliefs held by a group. Doctrine. Principle. Conviction. Their political dogma has blinded them to the real needs and development of the country. Catalyst. Something or someone that causes a change. Impetus. Agenda. Medium. The workers' demand for better conditions was a catalyst for social change. Mundane. Very ordinary and therefore not interesting. Ordinary. Commonplace. Humdrum. Mundane activities such as paying bills and shopping for food do not interest him. Dearth. A scarcity or lack of something. Scarcity. Shortage. Deficiency. Because there was a dearth of evidence, the attorney had to drop the charges.